Hello, today we're going to be talking about reconciling the bank accounts and also credit cards on QuickBooks Online. If you open up your QuickBooks Online and take a look at the left-hand side, the side accounts, you can see under Accounting, they have Chart of Accounts and Reconcile. So we're going to click on that button. The main reason why this is so important is because we need to be able to tie into the bank account. If you're just entering data into QuickBooks Online and not reconciling monthly, then basically there's no linkage, there's no communications between the accounting records and the bank statement. So at the end of the year or at the end of the period that you're working with, you really cannot rely on the profit and loss and balance sheet because they really haven't been tied into a fixed account, or it hasn't been tied into the bank statement. So it's very important to do this monthly if you can. The reason is the longer you wait, the more difficult it can become to find out where the differences are or the errors are. So let's go ahead and get started. And there are a couple of things that we want to take a look at. First of all, we have to pick out which checking or credit card account that we're using. Here, this is a sample account. This is a sample account that we're using right now. So that's easy to do. They just have the checking account. Also, you'll notice that they have a video that can help you if you need some additional instruction. So let's go ahead and we're going to resume our reconciliation. And you can see here we're going to be reconciling for the month of May, and we are looking at a beginning balance, okay, of $5,000 and an ending balance of $2,000. Well, one of the main issues you're going to have is oftentimes, if this is the first time the account's been reconciled, you're going to look at that bank statement for May, and it's not going to have $5,000 there as the beginning balance. So you're going to go, well, maybe let's take an example. Let's say the beginning balance is $2,031.83. So you go, oh my goodness, we're out of balance already. The beginning balances don't equal to what the bank says. So what are we going to do? We really need to start in and adjust that beginning balance number, don't we? So in our example, our beginning balance number is $2,031.83. That difference is $2,968.17. So what I want to do, just to get us on track so that we can start to reconcile for the month of May, in this example 2020, and in future months, I'm going to go ahead and make an adjusting journal entry. So I'm going to go to New, and I'm going to go to Journal Entry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an entry in order to bring these accounts into balance. So I'm going to take a checking account and I'm going to debit it for $2,968.17. And right now, I just need a place to put this delta, this difference. This difference could have been accumulated over many months, and it could be made up of many, many transactions. So I'm just going to put it into, say, an uncategorized asset account for right now. And later on, we can go back and analyze what really makes up this distinction. Also, I should mention that the QuickBooks Online has a report called a Reconciliation Discrepancy Report, which can also be used to help you find out what these differences are. So I'm going to go ahead and post that number, and I'm going to go ahead and save and close. So now I'm back to the reconciliation, and here's the activity that we have. Here's the report, the transaction report for this month. Now, I should also mention that one of the nice things about QuickBooks Online is you can actually connect to your bank. And when you connect to your bank, the data is being downloaded automatically as the bank receives that data. So in this case, we know that the bank has downloaded this data in our example. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to this dot, and it's going to go, we're going to select all, okay? So we've selected all, and you can see now that basically we've got all of our accounts marked as cleared. So what is this about? It's really about the communications between QuickBooks Online, your accounting records, and the bank. Okay. So we've gotten certain items that have been cleared through, and some of them we know have not been cleared. For example, let's take at the end of a month. For example, it could be very possible that this account has not cleared. It may not have cleared until June. So we would unmark this account. And then maybe here's another account here for Hall Properties. That check was written at the end of May, and that didn't clear on time. Then, of course, we are going up here to May 1st, and this is this entry that I made in order to bring the books into balance. But you can see, if you look at this now, you'll notice that we have a zero difference, don't we? So basically at this point, once we entered this adjusting journal entry, and we went down and we adjusted for items that had not cleared the bank yet. And so basically it's a situation where maybe I wrote a manual check. I've got that manual check in the QuickBooks Online in my records, but the bank doesn't know about it. So that's why we go over here and we unmark it as not being cleared, because the bank hasn't seen it yet. The bank says, I haven't seen this transaction. Most likely it will see it in June, and then we will mark it as cleared. So for right now, we are finished, and we can go ahead and hit the Finish Now button. And we've reconciled the account, and we can also at this point in time view the reconciliation report. And I would recommend printing that out and keeping a record of it with your bank statement so that you can see. And this is particularly important because if someone goes back and changes an entry, you'd like to be able to see, well, at this certain date, May 31st, we did reconcile. Thank you so much. I hope this is helpful, and you can do the same thing with your credit card statements too. My best. Thank you.